Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the new 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. The Tremor is going to be essentially a affordable version of the Ford Raptor, which is a higher trim level above this one here. And as you can see, you get the same off-road capability as well as utility from that other pickup truck, but without spending the money and of course getting the Raptor badge. Now the Tremor in itself is pretty cool because you do get 33-inch tires from the get-go. You get upgraded shocks as well as absorbers, and you do have this very nice orange pinstripe or kind of this accent right here on the grille as well as on the interior as well. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, the key is going to be your typical Ford key fob, and it does have a nice little weight to it, and it's nice in your hands. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, bed release, and your panic alarm. To remote start this vehicle, is make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the engine will start right up. And when you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, this one being the Tremor package, you do get a very nicely accented finish here. As you can see, it's going to be completely blacked out. You have your black Ford oval, followed by that yellow, or in this case, orange accenting right here, letting you know that you have the Tremor trim level. When we pan out a little bit, it does make it look a little bit aggressive. You do have your front parking sensors on this one, as well as your black recovery hooks at the very bottom. You do have LED daytime running lights, as well as LED projector headlamps, followed by fog lamps down below. Checking out the wheels and tires on this one, we're taking a look at a set of General Grabber ATs on 18-inch wheels. These measure 275 70R18s all the way around, or from an off-road perspective, as I just mentioned, these come on 33-inch tires standard. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and you come to the door handle, there's a touchscreen inside. Put your hand in, the vehicle will unlock, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up, tap this button right here, and one beep will indicate that the vehicle is locked. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Oxford white, with the Tremor specific black sport cloth interior with orange stitching and piping. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch material on top of here. However, you do have some soft touch material down here at the bottom. You have this orange stitching cover along this end here, as well as right here. You have a standard door handle here. You do have your lock and unlock switches here, your mirror controls, windows, as well as a child window lock here. You do have a smaller storage area down here, a good sized map pocket here, as well as right here, and an area for two small cup holders, one right here and one right over here. You also have your Bang & Olufsen sound speaker here in the door jamb as well. Along with that smart key access system, the F-150 Tremor does come standard with push-button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just simply put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The F-150 Tremor does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to house your cruise control settings, audio controls down here for the volume, hands-free voice right there. To the right, you're going to have your controls for the instrument cluster, seat track, as well as your hands-free phone button. This one here being the Tremor, the stitching right here, instead of it being black, it's going to be accented in this orange, which does add a nice touch to it. Taking a look at the instrument cluster, we're looking at two main gauges followed by four smaller gauges. To the left, you have your speedometer, your tachometer. To the right, you have your speedometer. On top, you're going to have your coolant temperature, your oil temperature, your oil level, as well as your range to empty, as well as how many miles you have until you run out of gas. As you can see, you can cycle through a couple different things here on the screen via the steering wheel. And that is going to bring us to our main menu, and it includes your My View, trip and fuel, gauges, off-road information, towing, status loss information, navigation, phone, audio, vehicle maintenance, as well as settings. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a 12-inch productivity display, and as you can see, this one here looks really nice. Nothing has really changed on it for 2025, except the addition of some Google-based products, as this one will likely have, as we'll discuss here in a moment. But as you can see, we are taking a look at the Sync 4 infotainment system in general. You can see what's playing on the radio here, as well as we are in our audio portion. It's going to show, like I said again, what's playing on the radio. You have your seat track down here, different sources that you can select from, which include FM, AM, and Sirius XM radio. You have direct tune down here, followed by your sound adjustments right down there as well. You have your preset stations here, followed by your sub-menus down at the bottom, and then you have your shortcuts over here on the far right, which we'll go through in just a little bit. Coming over to our phone, it's going to allow us to add a phone to the vehicle via the Bluetooth system. Navigation, as you can see here, is pretty nicely equipped, and as you can see, it's well detailed. You have your menu over here, which includes your navigation menu itself, search for destinations, reset destinations, as well as saved destinations. And as you can see, overall, it does look pretty cool to see. Now, as we come over to our little menu here, you have map orientation, voice, traffic on map, avoid on route, show on map, weather forecast, as well as more settings. Favorites here is where you can drag any tile, as you can see, and just put it down here. You can select from phone list, recent calls, messaging, email, audio sources, towing, Pro Power onboard, as well as zone lighting, followed by sound settings, driver assistance, vehicle settings, Wi-Fi, vehicle hotspot, and trail turn assist. You have your different apps here, which includes your 5 mobile apps, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, YouTube, as well as mobile apps help. Like I mentioned, this is an Android-based system for the F-150 as well as select Ford models, which is why we do have YouTube right here, because it is a Google-based product and it's available in the F-150, as I've said before, as well as in some other Ford products as well, which include the Bronco Sport, the Maverick, the Explorer, and the Expedition, to name a few. Come over to settings. This is going to be a comprehensive list of different things that you can go through to kind of check out, make it your own, and set your preferences. They include your radio, add phone, sync navigation, sound, vehicle, clock, general, display, followed by connectivity, vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, Ford Assistant, 911 Assist, as well as your valet mode. Starting things off here, we're going to go through our vehicle settings, which includes our 30-minute max idle, key detection alert, your rear occupant alert, remote start setup, your wipers and lighting, as well as locks. And some of these, as you can see here, like for example at 30-minute max idle, you can enable and disable that. Let's say we want to go to our general settings. That's going to show us some information, which includes our language, temperature, units of measurement, tire pressure unit, as well as software information at the bottom, and a factory reset. You do have your sound right here. That's going to allow you to adjust things within the system, which includes your tone settings, balance and fade, your speed compensated volume, as well as your sound mode, as you can see there. You do have, on this side, vehicle hotspot is going to allow you to have the vehicle hotspot system on itself, or you can turn it off. It's going to allow you to check your data usage, your settings. You can manage devices on here, as well as help. You do have your Ford Assistant here, which is going to allow you to choose things such as listen for wake word or preferred wake word. You can have voice command list as well as voice command help, as well as phone confirmation, and even an advanced mode. You also have software updates, which is going to allow you to check for any software updates, as you can see. You can even set a schedule to when you want your updates to occur, as well as update details, which is going to show you what update or what information is going to be updated within that particular update, if that makes any sense. And then we have some things here like our mobile apps, which when we click on that, that's going to allow us to show us our Android apps via USB. And you also have your 911 Assist here, which is going to allow you to not only use it when necessary, but of course, that right there is going to come in handy, especially if you're going to be in need of roadside assistance or any law enforcement or EMS services. So overall, it's a pretty useful system. It's very easy to use once you get the hang of it. And overall, it does a very nice job. And then coming over to our features, this is things that come within the vehicle, and they include your driver assistance, Pro Power onboard, zone lighting, towing, trail turn assist, your owner's manual, as well as your record feedback. Driver assistance here is going to show us all of our safety features that come standard with the vehicle, which includes your auto hold, your adaptive cruise control, speed limit assist, your lane keeping system, your pre-collision assist, which includes your warning, braking, and steering, exit warning, your rear view camera delay, blind spot information system, trailer side view, parking aid sensors, rear cross traffic alert, reverse brake assist, as well as driver alert. And these, as you can see here, you can turn them on or off depending on your preference, but I would probably leave them on for safekeeping, of course. Pro Power Onboard is going to allow you to kind of see what's going on as far as where that power is being drawn to and everything. You can power up tools, you can power up your home if your home loses electricity during a very bad storm, and you have your own generator mode right there, and you can even run a test right there. You do have your zone lighting, as you can see here. And then you have towing, which is allowed to add a trailer, do a connection checklist, manage trailers. You have a trailer light check, trailer connection notification, trailer sway control, as well as maintenance reminders. And then this is actually, I believe, new for 2025, which is called trailer turn assist. And what that is basically it helps you make a tighter turn by applying the brakes to the inside rear wheel. Once the trailer turn assist is turned on, it automatically activates when the vehicle speed is less than 12 miles an hour. The rear differential is unlocked and the steering wheel is near its fully turned position. Trailer turn assist will only activate when the vehicle is in 4 high or 4 low. If you hear noise from the anti-lock brake system while this feature is active, this is normal. Pretty good information. And so, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system portion of the F-150 Tremor. However, we're not done yet because we do have our shortcuts here, which includes your navigation. You do have your phone, trip one information, fuel economy, eco behavior, as you can see, off-road information, Pro Power Onboard, zone lighting, and then back to your navigation system. Coming down below that, you do have your volume knob and tuning knobs. Controls here for your audio are going to be down here for your seek and track, play and pause, camera button, traction control off, hazard light right there. Dual zone climate control settings are going to be down here. These are going to adjust the temperatures, fan positioning, recycling, max AC, heated seats for the front and front passengers, rear vents right here, AC right there, and your fan speed is right here. With that being said, to the left of that, you're going to have your drive mode selector, as well as your different modes for concerning your four-wheel drive system. You have your Pro Trailer Backup Assist, which is going to allow you to accurately put a trailer on the tow ball in the back of the vehicle. And you do have the drive mode selector here, which brings us back up to this screen. And they include things such as your normal for balanced everyday driving. You do have tow haul for trailering and heavy payload. You do have eco for efficient driving, sport for spirited autonomous driving. And then you're going to have things such as your slippery for wet, icy, snowy roads, off-road for rough, uneven, mixed terrain, as well as rock crawl for low-speed rocks and boulders. With that being said, to the right here, we're going to have a 12-volt outlet, followed by a 120-volt house plug-in, as you can see there. As you can see, you have a little area here where you can store your phone, and you can charge it via a USB-C or a USB port. This one, of course, does come standard with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And when in reverse, you do get a backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. The camera quality in this one is very good. You also have a 360 camera right there. You have, of course, a couple other camera views, which does include the full screen view there, a split screen view. Whatever it's going to show us, it's going to show whatever it is you're towing in the back there. Trailering, as well as your trailer reverse guidance, as you can see there. And then you have a top-down view. You have two cup holders here. One really cool thing about this is that if you want to, you can actually push this button here, and the gear shifter will fold down into its little cubby hole. Now, this one doesn't have it, but you can get an actual workbench, so this glove compartment would actually fold over in order for that to work, but this one does not have it. It is optional, I believe. And when you're done and you want to bring this back up, just tap this button here and it will retract back up in place. Come over to the glove compartment. When we open it up, plenty of storage space inside with a small little cubby hole to put some smaller items in. And again, you have that orange stitching here signifying that you have the Tremor trim. The seats themselves are superbly comfortable and they do look really, really nice, especially with the Tremor badging and the way that it's dressed up, it kind of has a unique premium look to it as well, as expected. Again, this is fill out Tremor right here. Again, I like this kind of camo look. It does add on a bit of a unique material to the interior. Again, you have some stitching on this side as well as on this side, and overall the seat presentation looks absolutely wonderful in this one here in particular. Come over to the glove box, you have a good amount of storage space inside. You even have a top portion here, as you can see there. Also in that kind of camo look, which is pretty interesting. You do have your mirror up here. You do have controls here for your overhead lights, as well as your sunroof, or not sunroof, your third quarter window. You have a sunglass holder here. You have your aux switches there. You have a visor here with a mirror. And coming to the left side, you're going to have your auto stop start function. Open up the not open up, this is, I believe, to open up the let me zoom this in real quick so I can show you guys. Gauge dimmer switches here. This is going to be for your mirrors as well as your headlight controls here. This, I believe, is going to either open up the, or not open up, turn on the cabin light, or this is going to be to open up the third quarter window. Electronic parking brake here, as well as your gear pedal adjuster. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the rest of the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. As you can see, materials do follow through into the back of the Tremor, which looks very nice. You're gonna have two seat pockets, one right here and one right over there. You have two cup holders here. You have rear vents back here, two USB ports, followed by a 120 volt or 120 watt outlet here. And that's pretty much about it. You have your Easy Fuel capless fuel filler, which makes it easier to fill up at the gas station, as well as an illustration of how to use it. Tremor badging right here. Coming to the back, then Tremor does have LED taillights, as you can see, which looks really, really cool. Ford emblem in black there. Tremor on this side here. Rear parking sensors, as well as your dual exhaust tips, and your recovery hook. You also have a tow hitch. When properly equipped, this vehicle can tow upwards of 10,200 pounds. Soft opening tailgate. As you can see, you have a spray and bed liner in here, which is very nice. Overall, nothing too crazy to ride home about. You do have that Pro Power onboard to the left, as you can see, which again is going to power your tools, or even power your home if you do lose electricity after a bad storm. You do have your black plastic mirror covers here with your turn signals right here. Under the hood of the Ford F-150 Tremor rather, this one here has the 5-liter V8. It produces 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be mated to that 10-speed automatic transmission, and this one is 4-wheel drive. All right, guys, so back in the F-150 Tremor, and let's go over this vehicle's window sticker. 2025 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, 5-liter V8 engine, 10-speed electronic automatic transmission, finished off in Oxford white with a black sport cloth interior. And as you can see, this one here doesn't have any options, as you can see. Let's go to pricing. This one has a base price of $64,915, and with a destination delivery charge of $19.95. This one has a total MSRP at $66,910. However, you do have some negotiable add-ons, as you can see, which does add a little over $3,100 for a total price of just a smidge over $70,000. Fuel economy for this vehicle, as you can see here, comes in at 15 city, 20 highway, and 17 combined. And this one here does get an overall vehicle score of 5 out of 5 stars from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. And so with that being said, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor, finished off in Oxford white with the black sport cloth interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the